Yo, haha, Magnificent. What is good, YouTube? Your boy Magnificent coming back with another quick video. Today we're about to review the Ja 1 Zombies that released not too long ago. I am very excited about this shoe, and I do want to apologize because when your boy did the Ja 1 Hungers, I can ultimately be honest with you guys and say that I was pretty much half asleep. There were certain things that I was talking about, and I didn't realize, like, when pretty much when Nike deals with basketball players, and they do these deals, especially with the first gen, at least the first generation shoe, I feel like they always drop, at least basketball players, usually like to include some type of nugget, right? So either that's going to be the kids' names, the mom's name, the wife, the birth, something like that that'll actually you'll see on typically like the outsole or sometimes even on the upper of the shoe. And I completely missed this, and I can't believe I missed this important detail about Ja. So my apologies, and I'll go over that momentarily once we start reviewing it. But understand that your boy is working nonstop. YouTube is something that I like to do on the side, but my main job is what preoccupies my time a lot. So I just want to put that out there. Sometimes when I'm doing these videos, I appreciate the comments out there for some people saying, yo, you messed up on, this is not 1 of 1. This is Ja's signature. You should know this. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. I got you. Trust me, I'm excited about these Ja 1 Zombies. So with that said and done, man, I'm not going to waste your time. So, of course, Ja 1 box right here. You can see right there we got the whole Ja Morant logo that sits at the top right here. This is pretty much the same box right here. You can see that it does have that whole stick of 12 to represent his number, the number 12, and Ja Morant on the box. This is typically the same box for most of his releases, I think, except for one. I think it was like this all black Ja 1 where it kind of resembled diamonds all over. But outside of that, most of his boxes usually come in this. So with that said and done, man, I'm not going to waste the time. Let's open this bad boy up and get straight into it. Whew, man, this is I don't care what anybody says, man. This is my top 3 shoe of the year. Just because of the more I wore the shoe, the better it got, right? So this Nike full lift Air Zoom that goes towards the ball of the foot, you will feel that Zoom air unit. You're going to feel it over time. And the Ja 1s, when I first put them on, it felt kind of stiff, pause. But the more I wore it, the more comfortable it got. What they did with this 5-line midsole that you're looking at, this is the Ja 1 Zombie, aka Halloween, but I'm going to give this shoe my own spin to it towards the end of this video. But anyway, when you look at the shoe and you look at the details, I get the whole zombie appeal, right? This 5-line midsole is key because there's certain things, or actually there's certain thing that's on this shoe that I didn't reveal on the first take, which was the fact that Ja Morant has his daughter's name on the inside towards the midsole. So, at least towards the arc. I didn't see that. I really didn't see that. You can't really see it because when you look at the Hungers, it's like it's black, right? It has that speckle design. You can't see it unless it's at an angle. So, Kyrie, or Kyrie, I want to say Kyrie, but it is spelled K-A-A-R-I. So if I pronounced it wrong, I do apologize, but I'm seeing Kyrie, like Kyrie, like kind of like Kyrie, but Kyrie in a different, you get what I'm saying. But this brown, for anybody's wondering, it's like a light brownish colorway. It's not really a dark brown. And this lime green is kind of, I was thinking, I want to say Kobe Grinches. But if I do a color comparison, it looks more so, okay, so these are the green geckos from LaMelo Ball shoe. And when you do like a color green, hopefully the camera gets this well, the green is a little bit more darker on the green geckos. So when you're looking at the MBO1, when you're looking at the Ja 1, the zombies, it's more of a like green hue, but more of a yellowish colorway, if that makes sense. And I was very excited in seeing this thing for the first time because when Halloween comes, man, this is definitely going to pop. One thing I will say that is different from the Hungers. Hungers, you typically had the number 12, his number on the back. Whereas when you get your Ja 1 zombies, they gave you the 12, but they gave you a Nike swoosh in the back. So this kind of feels kind of exclusive, like, you know, like a Jordan brand with some type of Nike Air on the back. That's kind of how I look at it. But of course, Ja Morant's signature sips the 12s, it sips aside on the heel towards the outsole as well, towards the toe. And then, if I'm not mistaken, it's also on the back of the tongue. So they made sure that they pretty much put his branding all over it. And of course, speaking of branding, you got the Ja Morant logo that sits on the insole. I have a picture right here if you can't see it. Ja Morant. You got the Ja Morant logo on the actual outsole as well as the tongue. Now let's look at the design, because the design is dope. Of course, you got mesh overlays that sits on top of the upper with some synthetic leather. It's not the softest leather, but again, once your foot sits aside in there, man, it is fantastic. Of course, also on the outside towards the outsole, when you're looking at it, it does say message start from scratch. That's Ja Morant's message to his fans. You got the multi-directional rubber, I want to say outsole, that actually feels really good. Somebody was actually asking me about should you be nervous about rolling your ankle when you play basketball or something like this? I can say, I'm not a basketball player, but I typically like to play a little games, some park games. I think it depends on the style of play. So if you're somebody who likes to move around on the court, you make hard cuts, things like that, I think that you'll be fine. But, you know, you've seen Ja Morant play. And one of the reasons that he got out of, I think, the Kobe's by design, and I don't know if this is by design, but it seems like when he was wearing Kobe's, we started seeing his ankle roll a lot towards like the earlier part of his career. And then when he started using his own shoe, that was less of a problem. So to answer your question, I'd say it works for Ja, but it may not work for a lot of other people. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of depends on your style of play. That's what I will say. There is some cushioning towards like the back, even though I know this is his first kind of like retro shoe per se, but there is padding towards here. So you can feel it. I can feel it right here. I think I might have like a zoom in so you can actually see what I'm talking about, but there's padding towards the heel on the insole of the shoe. So that will feel comfortable. It kind of gives you that lockdown feel once you tie the shoe tight. So you'll feel like the tongue kind of pressing down on your foot, but it does have a lot of heel support, which I think is good. But again, it's more so about his style of play. He likes to launch from the ball of his foot when he's dunking, and he does that a lot. So having that zoom air, right, at least that air unit towards the ball of his foot is kind of the whole concept of the design. While, you know, the whole midsole sits pretty much on a Phylon constructed shoe. But when you look at the design, I think this is the part that I think I like the most. It's the overall Nike swoosh that just goes along the back towards the heel on both sides versus the medial and the lateral. And actually, when you're looking at it on the medial side, you'll see that it has kind of have like the arms, or the hands, I should say, kind of grabbing the Nike swoosh. I think when you pay attention to detail, that looks dope. As well as the reaching hands on the back of the heel. I felt like Nike kind of hit, they hit a home run with this. No pun intended. Hopefully the Phillies win Game 7 tonight. Just wanted to throw that in there. But but when I'm looking at this, it reminds me more so of not so much a Ja 1 zombie shoe. It kind of reminds me of a Ja 1 Swamp Thing. If anybody remembers, it could be a while back, and again, showing my age. Swamp Thing was like a cartoon that I used to watch when I was a kid. So you watch the Swamp Thing cartoon, and then you look at the colorway by design, there's similarities, right? So you got the veins, that's brown. His body is green. It's the same hue, same design all the way around. And I mean, you're looking at the shoe, same thing all the way around. And another thing is that I know people are saying, well, okay, with Swamp Thing, maybe, I can sort of see it. When you look at the heel, right? You see the outreach of the hands on the heel of the shoe. Well, when you look at Swamp Thing's cover, see his hands kind of coming out the swamp. Ja Morant, if I'm not mistaken, is from South Carolina. There's some swamps there coming out the mud. You get what I'm saying? I'm just saying, look, Nike, I could be marketing for you. I'm just saying. But your boy Magnificent, man, comment below. Let me know what you think of the Job 1 Zombies, man. This is definitely going to be in my top 3. And I know a lot of people disagree, but at the same time, when you see these up close, the intricate designs, the embossed, detailed design that they have on this is phenomenal. Listen, job, man. Keep doing your thing. And I will say this, man, to put your daughter's name on your first signature shoe, despite what the trolls are doing, you know, with the whole Ja Morant thing, I can tell, you know, that he's a father first, right? So you have that father-daughter love. I see it every day in the clips of him just, you know, playing basketball, practice, on the court, off the court. You can tell he's a family man in terms of outside of the whole distraction, but you can tell that he really loves his daughter. Shout out to Ja, man. Listen, 20 games will go by. You're coming back in the league. I have so much confidence in you that you're going to turn up this NBA season and we're going to watch you ball out. Hopefully, in the Ja 1 Zombies. But by then it might be the Ja 2s. We'll see. Your boy Magnificent, man. Before we get to that on feet for the Ja 1 Halloweens, aka the Ja 1 Zombies, I do want to give a special thank you to all the viewers that have been tuning into the YouTube channel, at least Magnificent channel. I appreciate that, and any money usually generated from the channel typically helps a lot of people. For example, you know, Halloween's coming up. We all know what time it is when it comes to, you know, inflation, and you know, I like to keep the kids happy. Especially that time of the year is where parents and most kids get to kind of go around and, you know, do your thing, right? So I will say, again, thank you to all my subscribers, non-subscribers, anybody's viewing that's helped generating, kind of sharing the channel, because stuff like this is capable of going on. You can see your boy kind of loading up. Load up on the the Halloween candy. So, you know, I hope to this thing is heavy. I hope to you know, keep the kids happy and keep the tradition going. You know, every Halloween, I like to, you know, put as much money as I can, kind of guesstimate about the amount of kids that comes around local, but, you know, kind of put smiles on faces and stuff like that. So, you know, again, thank you once again from the bottom of my heart. Your boy Magnificent, man. Let's do that on feet for the Ja 1 Zombies. Boy Magnificent, man. I am out. Now you guys, stay blessed.